All right, so this video is going over the probability section on the formative 4. Okay, so you and your friend Toby are playing a game when the spinner is shown to the right here. So we want to assume that each segment of the spinner is of equal size. Awesome. We want to know what's the probability that your spinner lands on a yellow space. Well, we do know how to find the probability of anything is that I have to find the number of what you want over the total amount of what I have. So with that in mind, if I want to know that what's the probability of it landing on a yellow space, I have to think of, okay, how many are there total and how many yellow pieces are there? So there's one yellow piece out of, let's see, what is there, 8? So it's a 1/8 probability. Okay. Then we know, okay, we want to then figure out what's the probability that your spin lands on a blue space. Well, we're going to do the same thing. We want just blue. So we're going to be looking at how many blue do we have? Well, we have 2 blue out of 8. So 2/8. Or if I simplify 2/8 down, that's 1 out of 4 chance for probability. So a 1/4 probability. Okay. So now we're going into, if after trick-or-treating, your little sister has 32 pieces of candy, and if there's an 1/8 chance of selecting a Snickers and a 75% chance of selecting a Kit Kat, we want to find the number of Snickers, the number of Kit Kats, and the probability of choosing a candy that is not a Snickers or Kit Kat. So I have outlined it here just briefly. So we've got 32 pieces of candy, a 1/8 chance Snickers, 75% chance Kit Kat. So if I want the number of Snickers, I have to think of, okay, well, I have 32 pieces of candy. What's 1/8 of 32 pieces? Well, then I'm just going to take 32 multiplied by 1/8, and that's going to give me 32 over 8, which divides out to be 4. So there are 4 Snickers. I can just write Snickers. I don't have to write pieces of Snickers. So 4 Snickers in the batch, okay? Then we want the number of Kit Kats. Well, we know it's a 75% chance. So we're going to take 32, and since I know it's 75%, that means 75 out of 100. So I'm just going to multiply it by 75 out of 100. Yes, this simplifies to 0.75 if you want to multiply by that too. But so what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to take my calculator here. I'm going to do 32. You can see everyone here. 32 times, and then I'm going to put parentheses around 75 divided by 100. Okay, and I get 24. So 75% of that is 24. So I'm going to have 24 Kit Kats. And now we want the probability of it not being a Snickers or a Kit Kat. So we know 24. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 24 Kit Kats. So I'm going to put that up so you can see it. 24 Kit Kats plus the 4 that are Snickers is going to be 28. So then I have to figure out how many are not Snickers or Kit Kats. So I know I have 32 total pieces. So if I take 32, subtract the 28, that's going to give me 4 pieces of candy. But I want the probability. So 4 pieces of candy are not either. So I'm going to have 4 out of 32. That's going to be my probability for not selecting a Snickers or a Kit Kat. Okay. Now going back to this, we're looking at this spinner here, and we want to know, so Terry's playing a game, the same spinner game with her friends, and she needs to select 2 colors before she spins. If the spinner lands on either of those set colors, she wins. To keep the game fair and fun, she wants to select a color combination that has exactly 1/2 chance of winning. So highlight all color combinations below that have a 1/2 probability of winning. So if we look here, it's red and green. So I have 1, 2, 3 reds and 2 greens. So that means she'll have a chance to win on 5 of the pieces out of 8. So 5/8, that does not simplify to 1/2. So it's not red-green. What about yellow-green? Well, there's 1 yellow and 2 green. So that means there are 3 pieces that she could win off of. So 3 out of 8, that's also not a half. We look at blue-green. Blue has 2 and green has 2. So that means we have 4 total. So we have 4 out of 8, which 4/8 simplifies to 1/2. So blue-green is correct. And then yellow-blue. So yellow is 1 and blue is 2. So that means we have a 3 out of 8 probability. So that's also not a half. So the only correct answer we actually have is C, which is blue-green. Okay, and then last but not least, going into number 4, you're in charge of creating a probability game involving a bag of marbles. So the goal is to have 20 total marbles. So after all this, I want to have 20 total. Okay, the probability of pulling a green needs to be exactly 1/5. And you currently have the following marbles. So you have 6 red, 4 blue, 1 black, and 3 green. And we want to know how many more of each color should be added to the bag to complete the bag. Now explain your reasoning and determine. Okay, so what I'm going to be looking at is, first off, I need 20 marbles total. And I know that there needs to be 1/5 probability to pick out a green. So I know that I need to figure, okay, 20 times 1/5 to figure out how many green marbles do I need to have total. So if I take 20 times it by 1/5, I'm going to get 4. So I need to have 4 total green marbles. And I currently have 3. So what I need to do is I need 1 more green marble. And then let's think of, okay, if I add that green marble, how many am I sitting at? I need 20, but how many do I have? So I have 6 red. So I'm going to just do my down here. I'm going to do 6 red plus the 4 plus the 1 plus now I have 4 green. So if I have 6 plus 4, it's 10 plus 1 is 11 plus 4 is, this is equal to 15 marbles currently. Well, let's do it just with the ones that they have so we can explain this. So if I do just the 3, that's 14 marbles currently. And then I'm going to say plus 1 green marble. And then I have to think of, okay, that's going to get me a total of 15 marbles. And I need 20. So does it matter? Do I have any other recommendations for colors? No. So I need 5 more marbles. So I'm going to write that down. Need 5 more marbles. And it doesn't matter what color because no other color has a probability that I need to worry about. So it doesn't matter what color. So you can put any of them. You could put 5 more red, 5 more blue, 3 blue, 2 black, whatever you want as long as there's no more green. Because remember, green has to be exactly 1/5. So 1 more green marble and 5 more marbles of any other color. Okay, so that's the important part there is it's any other color. But other than that, we know we need 1 more green marble, and then to add up to the 20, we need 5 other ones. So once again, if you have any questions, please let your teacher know.